Did you know? Coral reefs cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, yet they support over 25% of all marine life? That's right. These vibrant underwater worlds are some of the most diverse and important ecosystems on our planet. Today, on Marine Discoveries, we're taking a deep dive into the rainforests of the sea. We'll uncover what coral reefs are, how they form, the creatures that call them home, the threats they face, and the hope that lies ahead for their future. From parrotfish and reef sharks to the microscopic organisms that build the reef itself, this is the hidden life of coral reefs like you've never seen before. And trust me, you'll never look at the ocean the same way again. Coral reefs might look like rocks or plants, but they're actually made of tiny living animals called coral polyps. Each polyp is a small, soft-bodied creature related to jellyfish and sea anemones. These polyps build calcium carbonate skeletons for protection. Over time, layer after layer of skeletons accumulate, creating massive, solid reef structures. But here's the fascinating part. Living inside the tissues of coral polyps are microscopic algae called zooxanthellae. Wow, that's a mouthful. This partnership is incredible. The algae give corals food via photosynthesis, while the corals provide a safe home for the algae. It's a perfect symbiotic relationship, so perfect that without it, reefs wouldn't exist at all. So, how do coral reefs form? It starts with free-floating coral larvae, settling on solid surfaces, often volcanic rock or old reef skeletons. Over decades, centuries, even millennia, polyps keep building upward toward the sunlight. Some reefs are thousands of years old, and there are different types. Fringing reefs cling to coastlines. Barrier reefs, like the Great Barrier Reef, run parallel to the shore but are separated by deeper water. Atolls are ring-shaped reefs surrounding lagoons, often forming over submerged volcanic islands. Each type supports unique ecosystems and marine life. Coral reefs are called the rainforests of the sea because of their incredible biodiversity. Despite covering less than 1% of the ocean, they support more than 4,000 species of fish, 700 species of coral, and countless invertebrates, mammals, and plants. Let's talk about some stars of the reef. Parrotfish. They munch on algae and dead coral, excreting sand that helps create beaches. Yep, some tropical sands are parrotfish poop. Clownfish. Living in sea anemones, they have a symbiotic relationship where both benefit from each other's protection. Reef sharks and manta rays, top predators keeping ecosystems balanced. Sea turtles, feeding on sponges and seagrass, they maintain healthy habitats. The Coral Triangle in Southeast Asia is the global epicenter of reef biodiversity, hosting over 600 coral species and 2,000 species of reef fish. It's the underwater equivalent of the Amazon rainforest. Every crack, crevice, and coral branch is alive with creatures, each playing a role in this delicate underwater community. But coral reefs aren't just for fish. They matter to us, too. Hundreds of millions of people rely on reef fish as a primary source of protein. Reef-based tourism generates billions each year, from snorkeling, diving, and coastal tourism. Reefs act as natural barriers, absorbing wave energy and reducing storm damage by up to 97%. Island nations like the Maldives or Fiji literally depend on reefs for food, jobs, and safety. Without them, entire communities would be at risk from storms and rising seas. Culturally, reefs have shaped myths and legends. In Polynesian folklore, reefs were home to guardian spirits protecting islands and sailors. But here's the hard truth. Coral reefs are in crisis. Climate change has raised ocean temperatures, causing coral bleaching. When stressed, corals expel their algae partners, losing both color and their main food source. Without the algae, corals can die within weeks. In 2016, a single marine heatwave killed nearly half of the Great Barrier Reef's corals. Add ocean acidification from CO2 emissions, pollution, overfishing, and destructive practices like dynamite fishing, and the picture gets even bleaker. Scientists estimate we've lost 50% of the world's reefs in the last 30 years. But there's hope. Around the world, conservation efforts are giving reefs a fighting chance. Marine protected areas prevent overfishing and destructive tourism. Coral farming projects grow heat-resistant corals in nurseries, replanting them on damaged reefs. Artificial reefs made from eco-friendly materials create new habitats for marine life. 3D printing technology helps rebuild complex reef structures. Even genetics might help. Scientists are experimenting with assisted evolution to make corals more resilient to heat and acidification. And when given time and protection, reefs can recover. Some bounce back in just a decade after major bleaching events. Before we wrap up, here are some fun facts about coral reefs. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest living structure on Earth. Some corals glow in the dark thanks to natural fluorescence. Corals can live over 4,000 years, older than most human civilizations. Certain corals release mucus sunscreen to protect from UV rays. Parrotfish create tons of sand each year just by eating coral. Reefs provide medicine for cancer, arthritis, and viruses. Coral reefs absorb wave energy, reducing erosion and storm impact. Some corals spawn in synchronized mass events, glowing under full moons. The Red Sea has corals adapted to survive extreme heat. Reefs help carbon cycling, storing CO2 in calcium carbonate skeletons. The Philippines has the second largest reef system after Australia. Coral reefs support over 1 million species, many undiscovered. The smallest coral polyp is just 2 millimeters wide. Without reefs, tropical beaches would vanish within decades. So there you have it. The rainforests of the sea explained. They're ancient, vital, breathtaking, but also fragile. The more we learn, the better chance we have of protecting them for future generations. Because losing coral reefs would mean losing so much more than beauty. We'd lose life itself. Subscribe to Marine Discoveries for more deep dives into the wonders of our oceans.